Joining us tonight to look at the retired Commodore Kunle Olawunmi, Associate Professor of Global Counterterrorism and former Defense Attaché for Nigeria in France. Thank you for joining us on the STV News at 10 tonight.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. So at long last, President Bola Tinubu sends the list of the remaining ambassadorial nominees to the Senate for confirmation. I believe you've seen the list. What's your take?
Thank you very much. I saw the list, and I think my immediate reaction is that Nigeria is yet to be serious when it comes to international relations. I actually lecture international relations and diplomacy at Christian University, and we teach our students, what it means to for a state, to send a representative, to be our, spokesperson, our representative, in other countries. So the ambassador you send actually reflects the kind of state that you are. I've seen the list, and I think some of them are, they can represent us. But I think I've seen some names that I think shouldn't be there at all. Nigeria has no business sending such character to other states. The first three lists that came out, it's well received by me, but I think the one that came out today speaks volume of politics that we play. Whatever kind of politics we play locally should not actually be replicated, when you are sending your ambassadors out. I don't want to prejudge the Senate. I think when the nominees' name get to the Senate has a lot of work to do. You are sending people that you can trust, that can represent you. And when you have people that have questionable character, obviously, we have people that have cases with EFCC, that has cases with ICPC and so on. And the international communities are not watching. They are. And I think Tinubu should tinker again with that list. And if you refuse, I think the Senate should look at it thoroughly and do a thorough screening so that Nigeria is not embarrassed. I've been a representative of this country in Europe, in eight countries in Europe as a deputy defense attaché, and I know the procedure. We are going to write note verbal. We are going to get permission, so to say, from other countries, the receiving states. They are going to look at the people you are sending. And it will be very embarrassing if some of this country reject our ambassadorial nominees. So I would want to advise that the Senate should do a thorough job so that Nigeria image at the international arena is not damaged.
Well taken. But what are your guesses as to who could get what using their portfolios?
I'm not a politician. It's left for the politicians. There are some juicy appointments. If you want to go to New York, it's more juicy than if you are going to maybe countries like Ghana. So it's going to be a political consideration. But I think the first three lists that came out, I think they are well thought out, to be sincere. Those people that are going to the major countries like United States, and some of the important European countries, I think those three names, if they go through, they are fine. But who will get what? I think what we should consider right now when you are sending your men outside there is to look for those people that have character, that have principles, that have knowledge about international relations, international securities. This kind of appointment is not about politics now. This is not where you play politics with ambassadors. You have to get people that are qualified to go to those countries. For instance, if you want to send somebody to France, he must have knowledge of French language. For instance, if you are sending somebody to Germany, he must be able to speak Dutch. So these are the things that we should look at. It's not about whether it's a juicy appointment or maybe a name that you like or you don't like. I don't want to mention names, but there are some names I've seen there that shouldn't be sent out at all.
Well taken. You don't want to mention names, and that's understandable. But you were Nigeria's defense attaché in France. From your experience, what are your expectations in terms of Nigeria's international relations once the ambassadorial nominees get cleared by the Senate and are sent out to different missions?
That's a beautiful question. You know, there are two steps. The Senate has to clear them. Then the receiving state must also accept them. Once that is done, the first thing we need to do is to rebuild the image of Nigeria. You know, those ambassadors should go there to champion the cause of this country. That's number one. Number two, we have a lot of backlog. You know, when you talk about images. So I think what we should be thinking about now is how to actually regain the confidence of the regional blocks, that's ECOWAS, the sub-regional blocks, ECOWAS. Those ones that are going to some African states, they should focus on how to build strength at the African Union. And those ones that are going to European countries, you know, they have to deal with the European Union, how they relate with us in terms of social, economic, and even defense. Those are the areas they should look at. Now, Nigeria has problem with security. So I think their first duty is to see how Nigeria can get the support, the international support in the fight against terrorism at home. That's what I would expect them to do before they even talk about the economic aspect.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's the much we can take on the news at this time. Thank you for sharing with us, Commodore Kunle Olawunmi. Thanks for joining us again tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.